Okay. I need to check all these settings, bro. Like, oh man. Uh-huh. Okay. Review. Mm. Uh, oh. Alright, cool. Um, okay. And then okay. Cool, I think. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Alright. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Well, I hope that's the case. I don't think I can boost this up any more than I can. It's the advanced audio properties. God, we are wasting time here, yo. Balance mic. Ah, increase that a little bit. You know, make it a little bit easier to hear me. 2 decibels. All right, it's a little bit better. All right, hopefully. Um, okay, close. Let's see, select, refresh. Boom. Nice. Okay. I'm not gonna be looking at the chat. I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think I'll be looking at the chat today. Sorry about that. All right, let's go through some things. Right now, I'm gonna log in to my funded futures accounts that I regret buying. Not because I'm broke per se. My funded futures, but because they're two 50K accounts, right? And I just realized with 50K accounts, unless I'm doing micros, I'm not really doing myself any favors in discipline and maintaining my set risk. Which I understand as to why they would say a percentage of your account. Oh geez, okay, I'm opening a lot of things without. Right. Okay, and then back to trading view. Boom. Boom. All right. Cool. We have a lot to go over, y'all. I'm not gonna go insane on what's going on. Um, I won't explain the entire microstructure of what's it called? Um, of like the past like week or so. I'm not doing that. But we will go through news. We will view a couple of things that we'll see happen here. Now, what I do want to check out is some of the reaction. Oh my God, Pakistan just attacked India. Didn't attack or like self-defense responded. On God. That's insane. That's insane. Um, yeah, man. The world is going crazy. The world is going crazy, and it's a volatile market. And New York session just opened. Didn't necessarily open, but it is pre-market. The end of it's the end of London. It's the end of London. It's the start of pre-market. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Atlas Capital. It's your favorite potato. I hope we can bank today. I will be sticking with micros. And I won't be going any further than that. And we'll be looking to make a modest amount. We won't be going crazy today. Maybe. I just can't. I really can't. Uh, a couple of things I want to check here. I don't care that we're going down. Like I would expect this to move back up, but who knows? We could touch VWAP for sure. We can definitely touch VWAP here, right here. So I'm not. I shouldn't take a trade. Actually, I'm gonna set up a camera for this. But I got a little spinner. This little roulette spinner. It's really helping me not take trades. It really, see, look how we touch VWAP. All right, 6, right? A number out of 20, right? You feel me? It's 17, right? I mean, like, do you ever get it right? Who knows? Who cares, right? That's the point, though. You never get it right. You feel me? Like, you barely get it right. That's what I gotta remind myself of. Anyways, I'm gonna go through this news, and I'm gonna relay it with price action and see what's going on here. All right. Doesn't seem like anything insane. I will say that we have had some trade news come in, so we're just gonna go through all those headlines as quick as possible. Get the timing on them, and see whether or not we have any overlap with any important move here with price action. All right, so starting at 6 a.m., I've got inflation pressure, Bank of England, right? So we got Bank of England statements. These are all going to be Bank of England statements going forth from 6 a.m. Check what that is. 6 a.m. right here. All right, that's going to be the start of our downtrend here. So here's what we're looking at. Inflation pressures are easing, so we were able to cut rates today. Okay, so Bank of England just cut rates. Past few weeks have shown unpredictability of global economy, so we need to stick to gradual and careful approach for the rate cuts. Progress in domestic disinflation is generally continuing. Pay growth is expected to slow significantly over the rest of 2025. Let's see, we're going through some more Bank of England stuff. Shows CPI in 3 years' time at 1.9% based on market interest rates. That looks revised because there are two statements from Financial Juice on that, so that's weird. Yeah, so they just went out and corrected that, I guess. That's insane. Okay, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, ever since 6, all this Bank of England GDP growth, estimated like future guidance on CPI is insane. I don't know. They did that. Maybe we do that. Private sector wage growth. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of predictions from the Bank of England that is not faring well. Uh, 6:17 a.m. Pakistan foreign minister. There have been contacts between the offices of national security advisors of Pakistan and India. Russia and China prepared joint projects worth $200 million. That also happened at 6. Right. This all happened. This is all within the first 30 minutes of 6 a.m. Right. I'm getting all these headlines. It's probably older headlines. Who knows? Just taking a look at price. We're gonna take a look at. All right. One thing I will say, we're gonna zoom out here a little bit and see where this is. I'm really hoping we reject here. As you can see, I marked this bubble out a very long time ago. I don't know if y'all know, but I know for a fact I marked this bubble out a very, very, very long time ago. And we've rejected this little order block right here, right? So, I figure we take a leg down to equilibrium today, just like off a little consolidation. I feel that we chop here, right? We chop here, and I'm pretty sure we take a dive down. I would assume so. However, I swear I read something about, and it's probably on my phone. Breaking: U.S. UK trade pact will leave the 10% U.S. tariff in place. Russia and China call on other nations to drop sanctions and military pressure on North Korea. Insane. Yeah, they're definitely teaming up, yo. They just yeah, Russia and China will continue to strengthen military cooperation. Joint statement. Moscow and Beijing intend to ramp up cooperation in order to decisively counter U.S. efforts to contain them both. Insane, insane. Russia and China see U.S.'s Golden Dome as destabilizing program. The U.S. is leading the international de-escalation efforts for India, Pakistan. That's 30 minutes ago. Pakistan Defense Minister to Reuters will target Indian military installations in any Pakistan retaliation. Hardly any space to de-escalate, though. I got universal tariff proposal includes chemicals, metal goods, wine, and beer. Now, see, I would say that this escalation between Pakistan and India and all this Russia stuff is real destabilizing. Right, whether we even have trade agreements with the EU or not. Now we'll continue to monitor those reports and see if we have any effect. But I'm on the 15 right here. I'm going to change to the 4, right, and see where we're going here. We got another 4 coming in an hour. We'll take a look at the hourly chart. We have an order block right here. And let's see, you got this order block. So I'm going to mark this out. All right. Where's my little bar? Mark this. Yeah. That's the 4-hour OB. And that is a bullish OB. All right. And then I'm going to go head on over to the 1 hour, right? And then we'll mark that off. I don't know what the next confluence would be. I mean, it'd be at the top of that circle. You know, if we were to do anything else, we'd have to break this 2500. You know, if we could, if we chop in this little circle here, I'm likely to take it up further. But you know, we could just be aiming for that liquidity right there because that is the last sweep that actually hit a trend line since this entire how many days? It's like a couple weeks right here. It's the last sweep, and you know I've actually been eyeing this sweep for a very long time. So we'll see if this news is considered good or bad. I mean, honestly, the amount of uncertainty that a new conflict brings um, into the fold, I wouldn't be surprised that we take a dump. I predicted that we would take a dump here. You know, like it would have to be insane trade talks for it to go up, but who knows? You know, maybe they take that EU stuff pretty positively. So let's take a look here, right? So we're on the 1 hour, and we're gonna go through Asia and London sesh, and we have a 1 hour fair value gap that was inversed right here. All right, I'm gonna mark that out. I'm gonna mark that out as no 1 hour. Jeez, IFVG plus. All right. Where the fuck is that text? It's okay. We know what that is. All right. This one got tapped into, so I'm gonna leave that alone. We have this one right here. I'm gonna mark that. So let me see that on the 4 hour. No fair value gap there. No fair value gap there on the 4 hour. No fair value gap anywhere here on the 4 hour except for this inversed one right here. Is that even an inverse one? Oh, jeez. Is that even a fair value gap? That's a tiny ass fair value gap, and yes, it is. It is inverse. This one's tapped into. This one's Still solid. And you know what? We'll mark out this OB here too, because this would be an important level as well. Hello? Bro, when did my mic die? That's insane. Ugh, how much battery does it have? I got a wireless mic, y'all. I know. That's definitely why. My mic was dead, bro. Actually messed up. Hold on. Boom. Alright, so the mic should be live. I don't know what I was saying before. Just ignore me, bro. Just ignore me. There's no point. There's no point. But we're live now, and we should stay live. We should stay that way. Um, alright, I'm gonna start recording as well. Boom. Okay, what is up, y'all? Again, part two. To Atlas Capital. Welcome, welcome. It's your favorite potato right here, your boy. Uh, a lot of things happening. Let's just dumb it down to a nutshell. Okay, I've got Pakistan retaliating against India. All right, I've got a U.S. UK trade deal that still is limited in scope and leaves a 10% tariff on the table. I've got speculation, not speculation, but just like mutterings of a universal tariff will include um, cars, chemicals. What did it say? UK officials see U.S. deal initially focused on cars. Um, where was it? What did it say? U tariff proposal. Yeah, universal tariff proposal includes chemicals, metal goods, wine, and beer. Um, and then there is renewed cooperation between China, Russia, and North Korea right now. So there's that as well. But they are saying that the China and North Korea are just trying to counter U.S. efforts of containment and what's it called? They're dedicated to quote unquote peace or less violence or whatever world or whatever. Who cares? Who cares, bro? Um, lots of hunted. We're on MNQM, right? We're on MNQM because I cannot afford. Right, and what am I taking? I'll take 20s to 100s. I'll take 50s and 100s. That's what I'll do. Right, we just inverse that fair value gap. So I'm actually gonna short this. No, we'll take it down to that 4-hour OB. This is an order block here. It's a 15-minute order block right there, and a 1-hour fair value gap right there. Right here. 15-minute order block, 1-hour fair value gap. What's it look like on the 15? It looks like chop on the 15. Alright, so we take that up. I'm gonna take that up. And see what happens there. Remember, 50, 50 to 100. 50 to 100. We'll take that. Yeah, I don't see any fair value gap on the 5 for this little step down. down there. All right. It's a little pre-market play, 15 minutes before the open. We'll see what's going on. And I will vow to not average down today. I usually average down with micros to, like speed up that sort of process. Um, but not doing that today. All right, so when I'm seeing a pump like this after a trend, I'm looking at the volume to see if it takes over the last volume at the bottom here. All right. See if we overtake that, and then I'll believe it more. And you see how we get stamped? As long as that candle is green, this volume bar is going to stay green. So you can't just be looking just at the volume, right? Look at how price is reacting. And the candle changes. It could change within the last second. That's why we wait for it to close. All right. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, it looks like a little turn. Drag on my stop. See if it respects that or not. 15. Little order block right here, which is always nice. See if that gets disrespected. Yep. 8:30 we get a boom and then we go up. Yeah, I say we go down, man. Cause that's news right there. At 8:30 we got the unemployment claims. It's real interesting stuff today, and like Trump speaking at 10 a.m. It's definitely gonna be a volatile day today. I don't think the ATR is gonna be insane, but I think like we're gonna get some real big surprise whips coming out of nowhere. Most definitely. Take that. Not sure about that one. See if we actually for value gap. Ah, yes. I'll average down. Average down two more. We'll go half a contract. I know I said I wasn't going to average down, but it's not too bad. Be quicker about it though. See about that. I mean, my stop's there for a reason, bro. Don't break that fair value gap. That's a 15-second fair value gap. It doesn't mean shit though. It don't mean shit. That's definitely getting stopped. Yep. Yep. Should have taken that 50 or 20. So 48,500, we can't go below 47,500. Not too bad. Still want to take this up. Chop here. We'll take a look at the 15 and the 5. Take a look at the 4 hour and the one. The one ain't doing none. The one is stalling. It's his little order block right here. Yeah, we could definitely see that go up. We'll see if Trump says anything to make people scared again, but I don't know. You know, we had so much negativity. I wonder, bro. I wonder if it's all a fake out or not. But like I said, I won't believe anything until we're near the 500s. Right now we're hovering around 200 right now, so we're close. See how it's starting, and I don't believe in myself. Get a 1-to-1 going. There's a fair value gap there. Can't average down. Should have went 2. And see, like I actually make this mistake a lot. I put in a different set of amount of contracts, and then I just like don't change it back when I go into a new order. It's definitely something I need to pay attention to. I guess we'll practice taking 20s. Just cause looks like I'm not taking the right things today. 10 minutes till the open though. Um I can definitely see us hitting this again. Just to see what's up about it, but we'll see. The 15-minute chop is looking, it's got a little swing to it. That could be a bear flag. We'll see. Uh, you see, I call it chop because we're within the same range here, right? If you go to a 1 minute and it looks like V's within, we're not breaking out anywhere. Here, 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 here. They're just within a range, right? That's the chop. We'll take it to that fair value gap. Make sure that doesn't get reversed. If it does, then it's over with. I'll take the L. And then, like, if it does, like, 7 minutes till the open, we'll just wait for the open. I mean, I can only lose 1,000. I really can't go. Yeah, I really can't go until I make some. we're gonna be grounded to minis, y'all. Like I'll average down maybe another two, and that's it. I'll take a fib actually from the low. To the high right here. And if we were to retrace, right, we could retrace up to the 20K area. So there's definitely room to the downside there. So there are draws to the downside. We have swept one draw on liquidity there. Um, and with how far Asia session is, right? And these confluences here, the equilibrium and so on and so forth, um, I wouldn't say that we visit them unless that's just what the day is, right? And take a look at the 4 hour. I mean, you could low key say that that's a little sweep down to the downside. I mean, we only got 30 minutes to close it. And I bet we see that short term upside back down. Mm, 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 mm. You know, we got this big 4 hour fair value gap right here. I'm actually gonna mark that level like that, and I'm just gonna key level some blue. Right, we have to break that fair value gap to test that next one, and we can definitely still reject there as well. And that's on a 4 hour. You know, whether we do that, I'm not sure. Nobody can tell you anything for sure. Ah, yeah. Yep. Choppy, choppy, chop. Got about 3 minutes to the open. Just waiting on it. The nearest like higher time frame draw on liquidity though is to the upside. I will say that. Let's see. Got some Israel thing still going. Nothing breaking. All right, we got the open in like 30 seconds here. We'll see what's up. I do have a stream going on. It's FSP, y'all. All right, ever since I joined there, like since I've been watching him, my win rates definitely got up. So Keep that on here. As much advantage I can take, bro. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you're not using ICT. Oh, you're just scalping, bro. You don't know what you're doing, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I've seen, I've seen me take like 3K orders. Sure, it's a higher contract, but it's the same confluences for ICT, right? It's all the same. Support and resistance, all that. All right, we got the open here. Want to see what happens. Heading into that 1 hour fair value gap, 15-minute order block. Take a look at the 1 minute. Still the first minute of the open, and you know what? Like, like, why would I enter on the first minute of the open? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I would do that. I do that sometimes. And not every like it's cool when it's like a crazy day and everything is going down or everything is going up. But it's not like that all the time, bro. You know, those are you got to be thankful for those you got to be lucky for those conditions, bro. Like, the amount of opportunity that I wasted by not being disciplined in those moments, not knowing that that like that's not me, you know. That's just the market. Fair value gap hit. There's definitely a 15-second fair value gap in there. All right, entered there. Seeing about a break. I'm gonna drag stop just because it's going. Want that to break there. It's got force. It's got volume. All right, I'm confident in it. All right, we're hitting it. Drag and stop up. That's the 50. If it rejects, then it rejects, bro. All right, cool. What was that? $3 loss? Fuck. These minis, yo. No, these micros. Actually, I should have taken it. Yeah, need to be quicker. Need to be quicker with it. We are yeah, that's another inverse 1 hour fair value gap. That's an inverse fair value gap. We're gonna retest it though. So there's a 1 hour fair value gap getting inversed fully. All right, we are gonna retest it. So I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna put one right here, and then one right here at the not at VWAP, actually above VWAP. That's gonna be my risk, $400, and I'll take it to this 4 hour OB right here. Limit sell. See if I can't get filled there better. I'll average down because I'm confident in this. If it's a sweep, I get swept, yo. volume's on our side though. Look at the volume down here. Look at the red. Volume's on our side. I want to see fair value gaps get made. I'll take that. That's 320. And then I'll sell it again off the fair value gap down to 4-hour OB. Wait for that to retrace though to the break. Take that. See about it. Keep that there. 115. Take that break even. Oh, that was 40 plus 40. That was the first minute of the 5-minute break, so it was definitely could have been on the right move there, but this could be just a sweep, and then we move up. That was a lot. You know, we did just retest the break, which is usually what happens, and a fair value gap, but you know, you can never be too sure because the next candle, right, that is very low volume though, you know, so take it again. All right, we'll go for VWAP. There's a drop. I mean, I just don't see the volume for it. I don't see the volume for another pop. Hey, you never know. What's the news? Wall Street executives with ties to the White House tell me India-Pakistan tensions slowed the trade pact with India, and it's the reason UK. Whoa. It's the reason UK is coming first. Deals on deck include South Korea and Japan, where talks as said to be moving along. Interesting. Yeah, India and Pakistan tensions slowed the trade deal because you know that's something that they could rely on. London, you know, insane. How does this look on the 1 minute? I'm testing that. Yeah, if we don't get that break soon, I'm out, bro. Cause we just dipped back into it and we're not hitting it. Come on. There it is. There it is. Let that break. Let that break. I'm taking that just in case. Just in case that's a fake. We'll take the 200. All right, so we're up about like 5. Gotta be real careful here. Real careful. Five still has a fair value gap. 15 has yet to make a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap right there. We'll take one. That 4-hour OB is what I'm looking for. Tight stop. The fair value gap. See if this semicircle is a real semicircle, you know, if it's a fake. Tight stop at the fair value gap. All right. See the volume picking up, still red. All right, candle still red, volume still red. All right, we see it compared to the last minute. Right, we'll see it compared to the green before it. Right, It's kind of like looking at order flow, but not with all the detail. You know what I'm saying? Got this level right here. Yeah, I want to hit that 4-hour OB. I'm gonna keep this on just because it's a type stop. So I'm not gonna close this. I'm gonna drag stop to the top of that. Oh, oh, close that out. Hold up. Mm, mm. Followed exactly what I was on about. But wait, hold on. Look at that volume there. Look at the volume there. Wait for this candle to close, right? Because this very well. This is still sweep territory. This is still like inverse and get out, right? Mm, I don't want that to dip again. We sweep that. That's the question. We could sweep VWAP on a manipulation move just to hit this trend line to go back down. So I'm wary right now. And we got 50 seconds in this candle right here, right? So this is a good time to take it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good time to take it. Yeah, that was like 80 bucks, bro, because it took out that fair value gap. I mean, this is an inverse fair value gap, so it's retesting it. Didn't see that. Didn't see that there, actually. Hold the fucking phone. We'll wait for the break, actually, in the fair value gap. Actually, I want to see the break in the fair value gap. Otherwise, this is still a retest of that change of character right here, right? Even though we have this 1 minute fair value gap right here, I mean, we still have a 5 minute fair value gap that's being respected. All right, I'll show you that right here. There's that 5 minute fair value gap being respected, right? FSP's waiting, I'm waiting, bro. You feel me? I'm waiting, bro. I'm getting giddy here. I haven't even rotated accounts yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting giddy here, right? I'm wary of that, so we're gonna wait even more for more confirmation here, right? We got 1 minute for this 15-minute candle to close, and it could invalidate our change of character. Look, the change of character is gone. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. I'm tripping. But on the 15, it's gone. Look at it. On the 15, it's gone. Why? Because we haven't closed a 15-minute candle, and it's not closing below that drawn liquidity there, right? And once we've hit this drawn liquidity, bro, we've swept London, we've swept that drawn liquidity. Like, if that's a sweep, then that's a sweep, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, real quick. All right, and y'all will see like my bias just change on the fly, bro. And that's just going with the market. That's me going with the flow, right? To predict things on the day, every single day, it's not gonna happen, bro. But I will tell you, bro, I predicted this bubble, bro. Look at it, bro. Twice, bro, twice. If it hits it twice like that, bro, it didn't break. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Insane, insane. Let's look at ES and see if that's a SMT. It's not even a SMT. Where's the SMT? Hold on, hold on. Took that break of structure. NQ. Okay, I see that break of structure. That's to the upside, bro. That's to the upside. There's a SMT to the upside. Hold on. Hold the phone, bro. Hold the phone. How much is his risk? 400? How much is it now? Ah, 285. Mm, mm. All right, kind of choppy conditions here. We're getting to I can't leave it on, bro. I actually have to close that. Let it get to the top of the range, I'm closing it. I mean, who knows unless it breaks. Yeah, I mean, okay, so we got okay, yeah, fuck that. We've got the 4 hour candle, right? We've got the 4 hour candle um about to open up here. And we've got Trump speaking, right? At 10. In how many minutes? Less than 15 minutes. All right. So, let's see what happens here. Okay. And you'll be asking, why aren't you entering, bro? Right? We do have, so if I look on the 15-minute, right? I mean, this is just me being risk off now, right? This is me being risk off. I've made, how much have I made? Right? I was at 48.5. Now I'm at 49.4, right? That's almost 1,000. That's almost $1,000. If I was paid $1,000 right now today, right? Would I take it? Would I? God damn, bro. Pick a number 1 through 20, bro. It's 19, bro. Fuck. All right, look at the 15, bro. God damn. Look at the 15, bro. All right. Fair value gap, sure. Okay, sure. Look at this OB. Okay, and this is a 4 hour OB. Okay, right? I know I predicted this little slump. Okay, but we could see this little retest of this fair value gap before we go lower. Okay, Trump is gonna speak. He could talk about. He can mention anything in those trade deal talks, right, with another country, and we can ignore India. We can ignore what's it called, like any sort of issue that's really going on with, like, whether it be treasuries, recession, inflation, right? The Fed cut, like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, if price reacts to it that way, price will react to it that way, right? So we're gonna wait on that. I'll see if I can pull it up actually. We'll see if we can pull this up, all royalty free, and see about grabbing a damn a thing, bro. Just a little live, like, shoot, see what's up. I don't know why this is here. Uh, Pull this up. YouTube. Actually, I gotta Google that. Gotta Google Trump. Trump speaks. Yeah, I don't know where that is live. I see live updates. Trump speaks. Okay, hold on, real quick. Real quick. Am I tripping? Okay, I'll just take that. I don't even know what that was, bro. Not gonna lie. I don't even know what that was. Hold on. Say inverse though. Take that to VWAP. Tight stop, fair value gap, inverse of this fair value gap. See how that's squeezed right there? There's barely any of it left. Take it back up to VWAP. Nope. Nope. I'm not looking at the 5 and the 15. What am I doing? I'm following FSP blindly. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. Let me wait for this 4-hour candle to open for Trump to speak. Ah, hold on. Pick number 1 through 20, bro. What's wrong with me, bro? How much was that, bro? Hold on. All right, for safety reasons, we're rotating accounts. We're rotating accounts, and we're going back to MNQ, NQM, MNQM, MNQM. Sorry. I'm gonna take a risk to the upside here. And I'm gonna average down there half. Take this here. We'll average this down. Hit that 4-hour OB and swept the 15-minute OB. Go. There's the average. Hopefully we take that up. If not, I'm fucked. Hooked. That's the top of the range, though, bro. God damn it. Hold on. Damn. It sucks to have a position at the equilibrium of chop. It's like you know you're just gonna get whipped around. May as well break even somewhere. I like this though, you know. I like this little. It could be a bear flag. Come on, give me another wick. Yeah, I'll take that 24, bro. MNQM. Fuck MNQM. One. Yeah, NQ. I can't do micros, bro. Oh, that's so slow. I mean, look at this, bro. 1100, just like that. Just like that. All right, no. Stop. What am I doing? I just rotated accounts. Hold on. Number 1 through 20, dog. I fucking 6, bro. 6, dog. So is that manipulation? Is that manipulation? Accumulation, distribution, manipulation, accumulation, distribution, right? Right. We gonna see. We gonna see. I mean, the fact that it's going up now. What are we pulling into? Hold on. Let's zoom out here. What are we pulling into? What would we be pulling into? This ends. We pull into a 15-minute fair value gap, 1 hour inverse fair value gap. Right. Right. Hold on. Hold on here. All right. We're cooking. Hold fucking phone, bro. Hold that. Hold that shit, bro. Hold that. 1 hour inverse fair value gap. That's what we'd pull into, right? Right? Why is that? To the downside. All right. 1 hour inverse fair value gap. A 15-minute fair value gap. A 1 hour inverse fair value gap. Right. And then what's the 5 doing? The 5. What is that? On the 5. On the 5, what is that? On the 5, it looks like a reversal. On the 5, it looks like a manipulation, right? And then, right? Reversal, right? A little tiny inverse fair value gap. Well, on the 15, it don't look that way, right? We look at the 4 hour, right? What's the 4 hour doing? 4 hour, that's not a fair value gap, right? Is retesting the order block, right? And then we have this 1 hour fair value gap that we've marked out. So we'll see if we pull into that 1 hour fair value gap actually to the downside. That's what I'm thinking. All right. I want to see, yeah. Because what are we really pulling into? What's the nearest draw on liquidity? Now we can say it's VWAP, right? And we won't know until that 4 hour candle opens. Let's spin that thing again, bro. Pick number 1 through 20, dog. It was 1. It was 1. Trump makes announcement on UK trade deal. All right. Fuck. I'll show you all that, and we'll just watch the market, and we'll take a trade. Hold the fucking phone. Goddamn. What am I doing? Ah. 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 Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Boom. I bet. Boom. All right. Hopefully you see that. All right. Hopefully you see that. Hopefully you see sound as well. Actually. All right. Hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully things look all right there. I don't know why I'm not hearing any sound. I think it's because there is no sound right now. What are we pulling into, y'all? We're pulling into the 1 hour inverse fair value gap. And but Trump is about to speak, right? So we have to react to that. We can't react solely off of the technicals here, from price action. All right, I've rotated accounts. This is back where I lost it. These are 50K accounts each. And I was at 50K. Now I lost down to 48.5. The limit is 47.5. We recovered 1,200, right? And now we're working on this one. This is the rotation. We have maybe like another hour to go, right? Why would I not take $1,000, right? See, FSP's shortened this, but I don't want to put the risk on right now. There's no hurry, there's no rush, right? There's no rush. We slowly build this, bro. Let me actually take this off of here. I'll actually take a. Why can I not make a new window? Hold on. New window. All right. How many new windows are there? Okay, there's two. X1. Oh my god, I just opened up another one. Boom. Take this. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, FSP is talking about it right now, so it's reminding me of it. But it is pretty apparent that Trump is trying to manipulate markets. um, Going back and forth saying that China is talking with trade deals. Yeah, it is weird. The whole thing is weird. Not gonna lie. Let me mute my mic and hopefully.
Learn more at tws.edu.
Alright, y'all can't hear that. That's cool. Sorry about blasting you with an ad. There you go. You go. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Cool beans, bro. Yo, this is the most professional stream I've done so far. This is like the most, and like I'm sorry for not making content, y'all, but like, bro, it has been a journey. I'll tell you that much, bro. It has been like I've been. By the way, the my phone may die here. Hold on, let me check. No, we're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, it took me a long time to really like figure out what my rules are, what my discipline is, how I manage risk. With futures. It's my first time futures trading, and like I'm not gonna lie, man. I've gone broke doing this. I've gone broke doing this, but look at what I just did, bro. I just did 1,200, but what's the only person stopping myself is me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like if it's one day that's bad, if I get a bad day, right? Why am I not switching it to MNQM just to test my risk, to test my ideas, bro? You feel me? Like you can. It's all about how you manage your risk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. Yo, like and subscribe, yo. This probably the best stream that we've done yet. Just quick bit of scalping. I'm not even taking FSP's trades really. The one trade that I did out of nowhere, I will say that was based off of him. But we are waiting. We are waiting for some, right? And I see a break. See a break. Still don't see the announcement yet. Look at the chat going crazy, bro. Yeah, there's a bunch of stock people watching this. Nobody else is interested in this. Everybody else is living their life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So we've got equilibrium on the 5 minute being hit right now. We've pulled into it within the 10 minutes of the. All right, so I'll take that short. But Trump is about to speak, bro. Can't see. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, that's insane. Yeah, these wicks are not these wicks. These the ATR is about to get crazy. ATR is about to get heavy. But look at how what did it tap, y'all? What did price just tap into, bro? What did it tap? Tap the 4 hour, right? Could have targeted that a long time ago, bro. Right? Why didn't I, bro? Cause I'm waiting, bro. I'm risk off right now, bro, until Trump says something. We'll go MNQM. Well, actually, just the fact that we're hitting this 4 hour OB. How long is it? It's a giant 4 hour OB, yo. Like, I think we bounce off of here. If Trump even says something that wild, that we dump. But I bet they ask him about India and Pakistan. And he's like, it's very sad. You know, yeah, told him not to do it. All right, bro. It's like, what are you doing, bro? I get it. I don't want to get too political, but like I get it. I get both sides all the time. It's just a wonder to see which side is actually gonna Like what's gonna work out? What isn't? Yeah, could have targeted that 4 hour OB a long time ago. Could have been out of here. Could have been done for the day. With that 4 hour OB, oh yeah, done for the day. Come on, bro. Look at that move. Damn. And see, that's what I'm trying to get used to. I'm trying to get used to taking moves like that and being confident in it versus you know, actually having to spend more time on these charts. That's my goal um for moving forward in trading now that I've learned what I've learned, right? Is the discipline, being active in my risk management, right? And being able to call it quits. Because not calling it quits is what kills me, and jumping in too many times at one time is what kills me, right? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I really wanted to only stream and make a video when I got a payout, right? But shout out my boy Pola, right? I was out there, my boy Pola. You ain't gonna say his real name for real, but I was out there with him, and I was trading with him, right? And I swear I was holding myself accountable on that. All right, I'm gonna sell to this fair value gap. If we don't get filled, we don't get filled. There you go. Yeah, volume's ticking up. That's the next draw on liquidity there. Drag stop. Okay, $100. Could have had 400. It's alright. 15-second fair value gap. We could hit that OB back. We could sweep this. 1 hour fair value gap. FSP's long in from here. Long with 6 contracts, bro. What the fuck? Okay, I could see it. Yeah, there's no real fair value gap here actually. Just don't want that candle to reverse. If it reverses, then yeah. If we dip below that candle, then yeah, that'll be the start of our consolidation. Let's see what this does to that fair value gap. And that fair value gap disappeared a while ago, so we take that. We take 200, right? Why do we not take 200, right? When we can re-enter again. You know what I'm saying? Baby, call me if you ever need me. I'm gonna spin this thing, bro. Cause FSP's still in it, bro. I cannot. I could not. Could I? Does that go below it? re-entered. See if that isn't a bear flag. Very likely be a bear flag, but this could be that sweet. You know, because that 4-hour OB's deep, bro. That 4-hour OB's deep. And we'll take the 200. Like, it's really hesitating there, you know. Sure, it could pump forward the very next candle. Yeah, you see how that volume is bigger than the one before it? And it's doji. That's a good sign. Like, I would buy this right here. I'd buy this candle right here again. Mm-mm. Maybe I'm tripping, bro. Maybe I'm dumb. Never mind. There you go. See? I won't even close it early. Just to see. For the sake of the move. Alright? We'll let it go. I'm gonna spend some 12. 3. I want that to break, bro. Come on, bro. Break. There's the inverse. There's the inverse. For LCC for value gap, probably this key level right here. Alright. Probably this little chop right here, you see? That would be a real break. We hit this one green candle that's in the middle of all this dip, right? Yeah, I'll take that. 145. Take that. But you see that right there? All right, so that would be our line. You see how this line breaks right here? Where's it break off of? It breaks off of the last red, like, sweep, right? The lowest low. That's the break of structure, right? You see a change of character. You see that change of character where it come off of, right? It come off the low of the opposite candle, right? You see, so that's a green candle right there. That's a green candle in the middle of that trend. That's the green candle, and that's where you get to change it. That's the true, you know, with the little fair value gap behind it with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the true little test, retest, boom, right? Take that, pop, 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 boom, right? We're talking about an inverse here, right? It would draw a line right here, right? So you don't need this indicator, bro. You could do it yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this could still turn the other way. That's why I'm not fucking with it. You know, like we got 1 minute left in a 5 minute candle right here. You see that? We could get smacked down. We can this could just be a wick on a 1 minute on a 5 minute, bro. You feel me? This could be one big giant wick on a 5 minute. You don't know, cause look at this. You know, we've been bare flagging, right? So unless this closes up top like that, right? That's when it would look like a sweep to me. Or otherwise, we could still get smacked down. Look at it. All right, look at it, bro. Oh, 15 minutes still got 10 minutes in this candle. You know what I'm saying? It could definitely still be a sweep that way. When is this major announcement coming, yo? What is going on? Bro is late, bro. Bro. Oh my god. Let me refresh this, bro.
At Zippy Shell, we make moving and storage simple. Whether you're moving and plan to
Oh my god. The same. The same. We just made 1200 again, yo. Yo, should we call it? Should we call it 2200? Why? I mean, why not? Right? We'll see what happens after Trump. Let's wait for Trump just for the sake of it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, not a bad day. Not a bad day. If I were paid 2,200 for one day, for one day's worth of work, I'd be fine. I love myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd be chilling. I'll tell you what, bro. I've never been more calm than I am now. Right? Like I don't know what it is when I get emotional, but you just gotta recognize those things, bro. So actually, we'll call it for the day, and we'll just see what Trump says. We'll see what the move is. Maybe we enter in off the momentum, but you feel me? I'll do it on NQM. NQM. Yeah. NQM. Yeah, you can tell I like Leo, bro. You can tell I like my boy DeCap. Mm, mm, mm. Still ain't got that line yet. So you don't see that line for him. Look. Boom. Oh, I guess it doesn't draw the line. Uh, oh no. That's a sweep. That's insane. Hold on. Trump's about to speak, bro. That's what just happened. I just lost 200. No, bro. No, I didn't make 1,200. Wait, hold on. 48.6 plus what? 49. So it's barely 1,000. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Let's no. No, no, no. I'm not done yet. Do I blow up? We'll see. Let's mark off these ranges real quick. Get a better idea of what we're looking at, right? Like that. Right. Like that. Right. It's crazy. Mm. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, Trump. Trump's got to be coming soon, bro. We're getting some chop here, some volatility. Ah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Spin. 7. I don't know what's going on with Trump, bro. Why am I taking this short? Because it's at the top of that range. It's a mighty rejection right there. Like, what's the trend right now? Down. The 4 hour is still a doji right now, you know? I mean, where's the draw? We still haven't hit the draw. The draw on liquidity is the 1 hour fair value gap. We're sweeping this 4 hour OB. We swept it once so far. So this would confirm if it's a real, if it's just a sweep, or if it's like, if it's gonna actually go back down. Yeah, it's not the best place to keep a position. Not gonna lie, gonna reduce risk a little bit here. If I get stopped, I get stopped. Because I mean, that's a 1 minute fair value gap that's holding steady. Uh, mm, I don't even want to average down, bro. Yeah. Mm. When is Trump speaking? Okay, I'm getting impatient right now. I'm getting impatient. This is bad. It's not good. I could call it. We are not, but we are not in profit anymore on this one. We just went back to break even just now. All right. On this one, went from what, 487 to 492. That's what, $500? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Looks like it's gonna respect that. Ah, too late. Uh, Take it to VWAP. Stop below fair value gap. I'll average down if necessary. I don't know where Trump is. I've no idea where Trump is, bro. Was that like a fake link or what? Because this is funny. What's the major? And everybody's like the market is like waiting for this major announcement, bro. Major announcement, bro. Yeah, on the 15, that's a sweep candle. On the 15, that's a sweep candle, and we just made, yeah. Hold the phone, bro. Hold the phone. We haven't retested. We have once actually. So if we take that out again, then that'd be chop. It'd be like 1 hour chop. Hold on. Yeah, we would take that for about up to that. Yeah, up to that candle right here. Right. Up to just up to that 1 hour. A little bit below. All right. See about it. See about it. We'll see about it, bro. Probably wrong, honestly. Me personally, I feel like. What's the volume looking like? Volume's dropping. No good, no good, no good. I mean, I like that we're rejecting off of that. I don't like that we're curving though. That's no good. I need that to be like a little flag, like just a little dip to go up, back up, and that shouldn't get rejected. If it does, then we're fucked. Stop, break even. That's 420. Took it at equilibrium. Yeah, it's definitely something to talk about, yo. Cutting it off early. It's definitely, like, would you prefer to take your full TP and just check your probability and chances off of your set risk, or right, are you taking a move and are you going to cut what you want from it, you know? And that can stack up, you know what I'm saying? Then again, you can also give up, you can leave money on the table, right? As far as trusting yourself, bro, on days like this, bro, volatile, more factors involved, right? Trump speaking, right? News, unemployment, right? There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to take in, right? You can just focus on price. It's true. You can just focus on price. But when there are other factors to take in, like, bro, a live speech, why take a trade through there? You know what I'm saying? And it says soon, but it's not. It's anything but soon. The last few times we haven't really broken something like that, but we are in a new 4 hour candle. We have gone lower first, right? We have all of our inverses here, right? Where's our change of character, break of structure? It's not here yet, right? So we're waiting on that. I'm tapping this. Sometimes they're not as exact as a tap, bro. Sometimes they fake you out like that. They just get to the key level and then they just make a little flat semicircle and go the opposite way again. They inverse it again. Like once we've inversed already the fair value gap, it's almost like we've made our move if we're looking at smaller time frames like that. You know, there is no fair value gap on the 5. There's no fair value gap on the 15. Um, And we did reject off the 1 hour fair value gap right there. All right, 1 hour inverse. Bro. I'm gonna average down on that, bro. What the fuck was that? That goes against me, and I'm averaging down, bro. $8 minutes on the 15. Hold the phone real quick. And it's stuck. God damn it. It's stuck. Okay. Yeah, those are big volume candles, bro. Retest of the fair value gap. That is a big rejection, too. That's another little key level right there. Tapped it. Do we revisit it? I don't think so. Mm. Fuck, bro. Come on. Double. Double that. Take that. Mm. Yeah, if we hold here, it's fucked. So retest of that sweep. There is a 5 minute fair value gap though. My stop is where it inverses. So, mm, damn, bro. Ah, still a 15-minute fair value gap, bro. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Hold the phone, bro. Mm-mm. See, that's the thing. I wasn't satisfied. That's the thing. It's okay. It's okay. Keep your risk the same. Mm. Yeah, bro. This can close like that. Damn. Yup. Yup. Can't do it, y'all. Can't do it, y'all. Yeah. One, I don't want to be playing this chop. And two, we haven't made a real move in a minute, bro. We haven't made a real move in a minute, bro. Yo, if this manipulates, I'm there you go. I just lost the account. There you go. Get one account back up, lose the other. It's alright. You know what? I didn't like these 50s. I actually want to keep my thing at 150. I've decided for sure. I was just testing out like a cheaper subscription, bro. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna end the billing on that actually. Yeah, so this is Chop. This is Chop. I've revived one account. Oh jeez. Okay. Just opening random stuff. I'm just clicking on random stuff. Um, and I'm done trading because Trump delaying this speech is really like killing me right now, and I don't want to be stuck at the charts. All right, so this is gonna be the end of that. I'm gonna cut this up into little clips, just so that y'all don't hear me ramble. If you like the stream, you like the stream, bro. If you like the channel, bro. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here for me. Hopefully y'all find some value along the way. I really want to start a community. Financial folk, but y'all let me know what y'all want to see from me. All right. Hopefully we can develop together, you know, and bank together. You feel me? But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Up on one account, down on the other. I'm gonna configure all these accounts soon. But yeah, kind of disappointed myself there. Even though I took some home, so didn't take any home yet. Not till the whole thing's passed, bro. You feel me? So till tomorrow, y'all. Y'all be safe. This is Atlas Capital. I will see y'all later.